What's up guys, Dnilriko here. Today I'm going to be going ahead and breaking down my brand new track with Jaxie called PONG, which is out now on NoFace Records. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm going to start off with the drop. So the drop sounds like this. So we're going to start with one of the most basic thing in this drop is drums. So we're going to start off. So in the kick here, we got a nice punchy kick from Set Hills. And a nice little top kick that I like to use in most of my tracks because it gives a nice layer to it. And I'm going to show you guys the difference with and without it. So with it, without it, and now with the kick again. So on the kick, I actually have this little rhythm here. It's a second kick that comes in. It's actually made out a tiny bit higher, so that when it goes out, it's a bit shorter of the kick, even though it's pretty much the same kick, and it gives a nice rhythm to it. If you can see that, if you're going to go into the claps. Now the claps are pretty simple. We got the pre-shake clap and normal clap. Together they sound pretty nice. Later on come in some snares here. Later on there are some snares that come in, they sound like this. So they actually sound a little bit out of place, but if you go ahead and listen to the kick and the clap, it sounds actually fits in. So yeah, that sounds pretty nice in my opinion, and it fits in. Then again, you've got some symbols here, so we're going to start with the rides. So in the ride here, there's an actual trick I learned from Jaxie, which is you got a normal ride, and you go ahead and bridge an automation spanner from the left to the right, and it does give some opening in the stereo space and makes your track sound a bit wider, and it's a bit easier to mix because there's less in mono, so it's it is quiet in the background, so it might be difficult to hear, but it does give some good atmosphere to your track, especially a drop. Then in the second half of the drop, of course, you have all the symbols, you know, the offbeat hi-hat. Next, we're going to go ahead and move on to the bass line of this track. And then we're going to go into the leads. So, in the bass line of this track, we actually have the main bass layer. There's some snap, there's some stabs. That complement the bass line really well. Then of course you got a sub here. As well, it's also combined with the pitch information that there is here. It gives the track more movement, especially the bass part of it. So for the bass, they're actually really pretty, and I like that it really suits the track. And yeah, the stabs here actually complement it really well, so it's a bit of a call and response kind of thing if you can hear it. So the bass line itself sounds like this. If you notice, there's some gaps here, and that's where the stabs actually come in, and the stabs like yourself sound like this. Which means that when you play them together, they really suit each other pretty well. You guys can hear that well. You guys know what it sounds like. So now we're going to move into the leads. So in the first half of the drop, the leads sound like this. So fun fact, the leads don't actually pitch up and down in notes. They're playing with the same constant note. They sound like this. It's just playing the rhythm of the lead, while there's an automation here of the actual lead sounds that go up and down, and there's a movement to the lead and actually change the pitch. For the lead, you've got some layers here. We got some Kashmir synth shots. Another one. And then we get to why the track is actually called Ping Pong. So fun fact, the track is actually called Ping Pong because one of the layers in the lead and throughout the song you can hear that it fills is the sound of a ping pong battle. It sounds like this. It is also playing in the lead. It has a bunch of processing on it, so without any processing it should sound like this. And with the processing, there's a lot of processing. Where you just push the sound, make it quite audible and hit a bit harder. Can't really do this, it's ping pong. That's what I like about it. It's like any joke. It's a good track. Next, so together it would sound like this. The first half would drop. That does nice. So moving to the leads in the second part of the drop. Now the leads here are actually from the main melody that you hear the breaks and the verses. I'll get into that a bit later. But what I did here was we went ahead and cut them up into little pieces, pitched it, made them unique, pitched the sounds, and went ahead and made a melody with that. It sounds like this. So one thing there's a lot of here in this lead is reverses, and I really like reverses. If you guys don't know how to do it, look up a tutorial on YouTube. I'll give one really shortly here. You get the first note of the sound, so you get this note here. You go ahead and put a bunch of reverb on it, export that and reverse it. We'll get a really nice reverse sound, and you know it leads into that note, so you can have a feeling of like notes coming. You can usually use this on a note that's not expected. If the melody is about to come in, I use it here to really link up the notes because there's a lot of free space in it, kind of like a reverb automation. Another thing that I like to do on reverses is go ahead and rebalance or any like volume automation tool that you have and automate the volume here in a wave style, kind of like here. And once that is automated, it'll give a nice effect, so like this. And you know you could automate that to your heart's content. But I suggest not to overuse it because it can really make it sound tiring to the ears. So you don't want to do it a lot. Then it gets automated bass. So it really complements the bass line. So it sounds like this. You notice some of the notes are a bit off time, and that's actually done on purpose to give it a bit of swing. If you go into the processing, it's not that much processing. Oops. There isn't actually that much processing on it. It is just an ODT, some decapitator to really push the sound, and some sound goodizer, of course, make it sound good. But yeah, so that sounds pretty cool. Altogether, it sounds like this. Now in the fills here, some effects right now. So in the fills here, you can't have this ping pong that I was talking about earlier, as well as panning the ping pong sound from the left to right and never hits or something. It's pretty cool. Basically for the fills. In the effects section, you've got the good old crowd noise, downlifters, uplifters, that kind of thing, and let's start out. And then we have some white noise here. That I'm really like using this white noise, some Kashmir white noise. I like it because it sounds like yeah. So I really like putting white noise in between the drops, either following the melody or in between, countering the melody and creating a bit more rhythm to it. So there. Another small thing here is this little perk here. It's very quite free in the background, but it plays on every beat here, and it's automated to pan left, right again. So the snatch makes it feel kind of wide. And I think that's really good. Really works for a track. Here, of course, we have a little break here where the bass gets filtered as well as the leads. And right before it hits here, we have a little tape stop. The tape stop, I think, I like when the tape stops right before a really big hit, because it makes it like hit even harder, because the lead melody or all sounds, depending on what you do, just stops suddenly, and like really good effect. The tape stop, and then once it goes back in, just hits extra hard. That is pretty much it for the drop. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like. If you guys want to know anything, hit me up on Instagram at Dnilriko. If you want to follow me and Jaxie, of course, on Instagram, as well as NoFace Records, who were able to release this track. Pretty big deal for us. So yeah, it should be on the screen here. Yeah, so if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. We hope you guys enjoyed this, learn something from it, and use it in your productions. Yep, thank you guys for watching.